In a chilling scene, Mike was discovered lifeless, hanging from a rope within his own home. The shock was palpable when the maid opened the door and came face to face with her deceased employer. Alarmed, she promptly contacted the police to investigate the situation. The police, led by an astute inspector, arrived at the scene and addressed the situation. The inspector swiftly concluded that this was not a case of suicide, but rather a murder. How did he arrive at this determination? The room itself held the key to unraveling the mystery. The broken window in the scattered, disheveled room indicated a struggle had taken place between the victim and the assailant. The murderer, it seemed, had engaged in a violent confrontation with Mike before ultimately hanging him. A chilling act that turned this incident into a homicide. The astute inspector faced a perplexing challenge as he cast his suspicion on 4 individuals, each with a different story to tell. Here's the rundown. Number 1. The maid claimed she was occupied in the kitchen and hadn't noticed any strangers entering the house. Number 2. Mike's wife asserted that she had just returned from the hospital, showcasing her x-ray as evidence of an injury. Number 3. Mike's son, though present at home, argued that he was wearing headphones and lost in music, oblivious to any unfolding events. Number 4. Mike's daughter maintained that she had just arrived from a friend's birthday party. After careful consideration, the inspector unraveled the truth. Can you spot the deception? The answer is Mike's wife. She displayed an x-ray of her right hand, purportedly injured. However, upon closer inspection, her left arm was broken, indicating a discrepancy in her account. None of her arms had sustained a fracture, making her the one who wasn't telling the truth. Prepare yourself for a memory challenge. Study the image attentively. Now, can you identify the following? Which elephant did you observe? The answer is option A. Which rabbit did you spot? It's option C. Which pen did you take note of? It's option D. A woman once realized that her jewelry had gone missing from her home. During that time, 3 individuals were employed in her house: a servant, a cook, and a gardener. The servant claimed to be in the middle of painting a machine to prevent rusting. The cook stated that they were busy preparing food in the kitchen. And the gardener insisted they were tending to the garden. In no time, Sandy discerned who was being deceitful. Can you discern which one is telling a lie and how Sandy came to this conclusion? The answer? Pay attention to the paint on the servant's shirt, which is blue, while the paint in the bucket is red. In the absence of anyone else in the room, the servant surreptitiously entered and pilfered the jewelry. When Sandy inquired about the missing jewelry, the servant picked up the red bucket to falsely claim they were engaged in painting. There was a red traffic signal, and suddenly a thief on a bike broke the signal light. The police were informed, and they initiated a pursuit. The inspector spotted the thief's bike in front of a restaurant. Upon entering, he found 3 men inside. Can you identify who the thief is? Take a look at the person sitting at the far end. He's eating, indicating he has been in the restaurant for a while, so he can't be the thief. The young man on the left has already finished his meal, which means he also can't be the thief. Now the person on the right just arrived at the restaurant and is placing an order, indicating he's the one who recently came in. Therefore, he is the thief.